Hey everyone, how's it going? First of all, I'd like to apologize for my last night's video. I talked about co-op quests and how to prepare for this mode. However, after I posted, I realized that my video didn't have audio. So, it turned out that my microphone decided to not work yesterday. And now I fixed it. I hope you guys hearing me well right now. So, without further ado, let's jump into this content once again. And so I want to talk about co-op quests. For those of you who just start this game, who just start playing this game, I like to share my experience of how I deal with this mode, how did I prep for this mode, and what mistake I made so that you don't do the same thing as me last year. Alright, so this mode here, just to give you a little introduction, this mode here was introduced to us last year, so it's considered new, one of the newest mode that Bandai gave us. And it was a very good idea. However, the execution is still has so many flaws, has so many improvement points that they can make. When it came out, it got a lot of us excited about it. However, after we played it the very first time, many of us complained about it, and it's not, honestly, it's not one of the most popular mode that we play. Anyway, it does have good parts. So the good part of playing this mode is that the rewards is good, and usually co-op quests come out, it does not come out with the banners. Therefore, to clear the mode, you don't really need most recent legends. So any good legends that you have collected, for example, during this time, the 11th anniversary, you can use them on co-op mode, and pretty consistent. You don't really need new legends, okay? And then the other good things is that it provides you lots of experience. For example, if you want to catch up your pirate level, you play on co-op mode, you're gonna catch up really quick. So yeah, especially at this time, you use that 11th anniversary ship, you're gonna gain a lot of experience playing just one challenge. So if you keep playing this mode, you're gonna earn a lot of experience. I think I bump up 5 levels just playing in the past 2 or 3 days. Maybe I exaggerated. Okay, 2 or 3 levels playing in the past 2 or 3 days. Okay, and then thirdly, there's one material in this co-op mode that I found pretty hard to come by, which is the material is called, you know, those material, the proof of bonding proof or something. You know, the materials that we use for improve the support level, but you need this material. I mean, you will acquire this material after you clear. It's random, but it does show up. So yeah, what I'm talking about is this one, the proof of friendship. Yeah, proof of friendship, strong ties, or less, I don't know what's it called, but yeah, you can get proof of friendship a lot easier in this mode than other mode. Okay, without further ado, let's talk about how you should be prepping about this co-op. So first of all, I want to talk about is the co-op captain. So you guys might already know now that co-op captains is totally new. It's going to replace your on the top right slot where it used to be your captain. Now your captain changed to like the top left slot where it used to be your friend captains. So yeah, of course, this mode there is no friend captain. It's basically your own team, and then your friends, your co-op friends team. Two teams tackle on the stage, tackle on the difficulty levels, whatever you choose. So with that being said, the co-op captain has its own co-op captain ability and co-op special. It doesn't matter, it doesn't take into account whether this co-op captain is Legends or Rare Recruit. The captain ability and the special is defined by the type of that unit. So if you're looking at this Frankie here I have, he's a balanced type, balanced style. But there are other styles, and you can find them right here. If you scroll down on your filter, right here, styles. So the co-op captain and co-op ability, it depends on this styles. So it doesn't matter if it's Legends or not. And therefore, I would advise to choose Rare Recruit over Legends to be co-op captains. Why? Because as you can see on my previous screen, if I have Rare Recruit Frankie as my co-op captain, to level up my co-op special, I only need Rare Dex Manual, okay? Now if I change my Frankie to some other, let's say Hiyori here. Hiyori is a legend, and if I want to upgrade, power her up, the special I would require Sugo Rare Dex Manual, and Sugo Rare Dex Manual is really hard to come by. It's hard to collect 100 of them. See, I've been playing this game for like a year-ish, and all I collected, I rarely use this one, but I still have only 192. So with that being said, I can only level up this, power up this co-op special 2 legends, and that's all I can do. So these materials I would rather keep it and then use it for level up the level, special level of the unit itself, instead of dump it all in here and then and then you can do the same thing with Rare Recruit with a lot cheaper investment. So that being said, my first advice on building your co-op captain is always choose Rare Recruit over Legends. The second reason is that your Legends, you want to keep your Legends to build your crew right here, because Legends usually has better ability, better special than Rare Recruit. So you might want to put Legends in your crews instead of your co-op captains. Alright, now second rules about choosing your co-op captain is try to choose famous unit over standalone unit. For example, I go back, I compare that Frankie, this Frankie, to let's say a standalone. What I mean by standalone is that a unit that does not belong to any pirate groups or any like big groups like Navy or like Navy would be a group that would be okay to choose. For example, like let's say this Carrot here. This Carrot, she's a Rare Recruit, but she does not have good synergize with the Straw Hat Pirates teams that I'm building. So I would choose anything that has good synergize like Frankie. And therefore, the second advice is that to choose famous group over standalone group units to be your co-op captains. I would strongly suggest Straw Hat Pirates group. So if you find any Straw Hat Pirates Rare Recruit, those are very good candidates to become your co-op captain. Alright. Now that being said, the last one I want to advise is that if you already have a dupes, so many dupes of whatever Rare Recruit, you can, if you can level him up to 150, he can become your co-op captain. So why not? You already have the dupes. That's an exception. Now, move on to second topic I want to talk about is to build your team. Now we are talking about these regions now. So building your teams, the main focus is that you want to focus on clearing the gimmicks. So co-op quests, no matter what, especially this level beyond, say when you play co-op, Emperor, King of Pirates, and Infinitum Seas, these three levels are considered quite challenging. And starting from stage 3 and beyond, the opponents that you will face usually comes with a lots of gimmicks or status applied to your team, either your team or applied to themselves. So you want to bring teams that can cancel, can reduce, or can prevent gimmicks that will be applied to you or applied to your opponents. So these gimmicks are I categorize them into A, B, C, D as shown in the left hand side message here. So A, there's Bind and Despair. These two are like one of the most important. You have to make sure that you can prevent these two. It always comes out. B also important. Rainbow Shield, Defend Up, Threshold. This B here always like applied a lot in many stages. You already seen them. And then C, Attack Down, Special Bind, Special Reverses. Also very important. You might not see them quite often. Depends on the boss. Depend on the opponents that randomly show up. But you do see them quite a bit. And then D, not as important, but still could play, could be a factor of losing or winning. So Burn, Pain, Poison, Silence, etc. When you build teams, you want to build a teams with captains that has captain's ability, including reducing gimmicks like reducing 10 turns of bind, 10 turns of despair. Oh, I forgot to put paralysis in here. Paralysis would be in, I think it would be in C, B and C. Anyway, your team should be able to cover A, B, and C gimmicks at least once, including supports, okay? So A, B, and C, your team should be able to like cancel them or prevent them at least once. I come up with this team, and I think it's very good. If you happen to pull them all in this anniversary, this 11th anniversary, I suggest try out this team. It can take you to like Infinitum C easily. However, Infinitum C is a little bit difficult because there are 6 stages and the last boss is kind of tough. So if you don't have really good communication with your co-op teammate, if your co-op teammate is not competitive as same level as you, then you might wasting your time. So with that being said, let's move on to gameplay, the third topic. The third topic is when you play this mode, especially on the higher difficulty, you need to not only looking at your team, you need to also pay attention to your friend's team. And if you have a lot of experience, you will be able to tell if your friend's team is competitive or not. And so when you enter the stage, first thing I want to encourage you to think is to skip. You can always skip. Skipping is okay to do, and that kind of come along with the second point, trusting your co-op teammate. So if you find yourself in a situation that you enter stage, for example stage 3 or stage 4, and then enemies apply a lot of gimmicks on your team, let's say you can cancel that gimmicks. However, you're gonna have to use that special, and then you won't have anything later on in later stages, and you want to preserve that special. Then you can skip. And by skipping, you can have your friends take care on one of the enemies. There are 2 enemies, right, in the stage. So if one of them died, then it's a lot easier. Your chance to complete that stage is higher than not using special and just try to hit your enemy and then just gambling on the damages. So in that case, you are likely going to lose on that stage and making things worse. Now, the third thing I want to recommend you to do is let them know the only way that you could let them know is through that stickers. It's not the best communication way in this mode, but that's all you have. Unless you and your co-op teammates are friends and you have other channels to communicate, that's the best way to play this mode actually. But if you don't have any friends, you just want to play the co-op, and then the only choice is that you just have to play with random people, then it's okay to let them know that, hey, I can take care of this. And then it depends on them now. Let's say if I'm playing and then my co-op teammate sent me a sticker, said that, hey, I can take care of this, and I also think I can also take care of it, then I would just make a decision. I can just keep on attacking, or I can switch to him or her, my co-op teammates, to take care of it. So it's just a lot easier if you let them know. Alright, so that's all I could think of to like share my experience with you. Co-op modes could be tedious, but choose the level that you feel comfortable to play. It would give you a lot of pirate experience and good rewards. Oh, let's talk about Chopperman mission real quick. So all of these missions are, I would say it's gonna be hard, especially some of them that require you to clear infinitum level. If your character box is not like big, then you're gonna have some problem with that. But nevertheless, I would strongly suggest you to do these 5 quests at the end. It's a free 10 gems, rainbow gems, if you can fulfill it. Warlord, you have to play Warlord level with the required type and styles of the co-op captains. If you happen to have that co-op captain type and styles, basically build a team that you can play with that co-op captain, and then you get 2 free rainbow gems. And if you can have 5 of them, you can get 10 free rainbow gems. So why not at least doing this one if you play co-op? If you don't like to play co-op this much, I still strongly suggest you to do these 5 requests, 5 missions on the Chopperman. Alright, and that being said, that's gonna be it for this co-op quest and how to tackle them. If you like this type of video, please hit that like and subscribe. I'll make more video about this, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.